Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Chris, and I hope you're doing well today. In today's video, I want to talk about some of the differences between British English and American English vocabulary. Some of the words and phrases that you might come across most often. If you haven't done so already, don't forget you can sign up for my free British pronunciation mini course. These videos are about the most common mistakes that you might make when trying to learn the British accent, and they're not available on YouTube. So go ahead, click the link in the description below this video, sign up, and you can take that course absolutely free. Alright, so let's get on with today's video. So one of the most common words that's different in the UK to the US is trainers. So these are the shoes that you wear when you're doing sports. In the UK, they're called trainers, and in the US, they're called sneakers. So for example, you could say, today I'm wearing trainers. But if you were in the US, you might say, today I'm wearing sneakers. How's my American accent? I was actually born in the US, by the way, but I grew up in the UK, so I pretty much have a British accent. So I'm going to try to do impressions of American accents in this video, and hopefully they'll turn out okay. So the next one is chips, and this is what you have with your burger when you go to McDonald's or Burger King or another fast food restaurant. In the UK, they're called chips, and in the US, they're called fries or French fries. So if you wanted to order a meal in McDonald's, you might want to say, I'd like chips with my burger, please. This is what you'd say in the UK. In the US, you might say, I'd like fries with my burger, please. Fries or French fries with my burger, please. All right, so don't forget that if you go to the US or if you come to the UK. Next one is crisps. So this is really confusing because in the UK, these are called crisps, but in the US, they're called chips. So it's almost like the word chips in the US and the UK is the opposite way around. It has the opposite meaning. So look at the picture on the screen to understand which one I'm talking about. This in the UK is crisps, and in the US is chips or potato chips. So we might say, I'm eating a packet of crisps. And in the US, you might say, I'm eating a packet of potato chips. Potato chips or chips. So the next one is a timetable. And in the US, you might say schedule. However, this word schedule is actually used in the UK as well. Sometimes we would pronounce it schedule. Schedule. This is more like the native British English pronunciation. The US pronunciation is schedule. Schedule. However, a lot of people in the UK, especially if they're using a more traditional term, might say timetable. But this isn't heard so much in the US. Now let's look at an example sentence. Let me check what time my classes are in my timetable. And in the US, you might say, let me check my schedule. Let me check my schedule. Schedule. And in the UK, it would be timetable, because it's a table that shows you the times of all the things that you're doing. Okay, the next one is a metal, and this can be spelt the same or it can be spelt different in the US and the UK. So in the UK, this is called aluminium. Aluminium. And in the US, it's called aluminum. Aluminum. This can be, as I said, spelt differently in the US. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense because it's not said like it's spelled. So you need to pay attention to not just a potential difference in spelling, but also a difference in pronunciation. A lot of words have different pronunciations, but in this video, I'm mainly talking about words that are completely different in the two places. Okay, so let me give you an example sentence. This type of metal is called aluminium. So in the US, it would be, this type of metal is called aluminum. Aluminum. The next one is a bank holiday. In the UK, we have some of these holidays every year. They're usually on a Monday, but sometimes they can be on a Friday. These are the days when you have a holiday, you don't have to go to work, and we get a few of these every year. But in the US, they're normally called public holidays. So this is a difference in a term. So for example, we could say, this Monday is a bank holiday. But if it was in the US, we might say, this Monday is a public holiday. A public holiday. All right, the next one is car park. Because in the UK, where do you park your car? You park it in a car park. But in the US, this word is not used at all. In the US, it's parking lot. Parking lot. So we could say, my car is parked in a car park. Notice this long British R sound. Car park. It's like you're opening your mouth really wide to say this. A car park. But in the US, you could say a parking lot. My car is parked in the parking lot. So where is your car parked? Is it parked in a car park or a parking lot? Well, it depends where you are, right? The next one is the cinema. So where do you go to watch a film? What we call in the UK a film, in the US is normally called a movie. So in the UK, you watch a film at the cinema, and in the US, you watch a movie at the movie theater. So let's have a look at an example. This weekend, I am going to the cinema. Cinema. So we stress the first part of the word. Cinema. But in the US, you might say, this weekend, I'm going to the movie theater. The movie theater. The next one is torch. So this is something you hold in your hand to give you light. In the UK, it's called a torch. And in the US, it would normally be a flashlight. For example, I can't see. Please switch on the torch. And in the US, you might say, I can't see. Please switch on the flashlight. Please switch on the flashlight. Next one. A lot of people probably know this one, that when you really need to go to the toilet, in the UK, we would say the toilet or the loo. But in the US, this would be bathroom. Bathroom, right? So you could say, I need to use the toilet. If I'm in the UK, I'm going out with friends, I might say that. In the US, I might say, I need to use the bathroom. In the UK, if I talk about a bathroom, that's the whole room. I'm not talking about actually using it. I'm talking about the location. But in the US, if you need to pee, right, you just say, I need to use the bathroom, or I need to go to the bathroom. The next one is used so much, and this is the sweet food that you eat. So in the UK, these are called sweets, like M&Ms or other chocolate. But in the US, this would be candy, like a candy bar. In the UK, this would be called a chocolate bar. For example, I like to eat sweets, all kinds of sweets like Haribo and other sweet foods. But in the US, you'd say, I like to eat candy. Next one, rubbish. So this is what you throw away. You throw out of the house. In the UK, it's rubbish. In the US, it's trash or garbage. So where do you throw this rubbish? In the UK, you throw it into a rubbish bin. And in the US, you throw it into a trash can or a garbage can. So for example, throw your rubbish away, please. In the US, throw your trash away, please. Or throw your garbage away, please. So what do you push a young child around in? In the UK, we might say a pram. But in the US, they might say a buggy, or maybe a stroller. Stroller. For example, I push my baby through the street in his pram. But in the US, you'd push your baby in a buggy or a stroller. Next one, what do you put in your car? In the UK, you'd put petrol in your car. But if you're in the US, you'd put gas in your car. Okay, so where do you fill up your car? In the UK, you fill it up in a petrol station. But in the US, it would be in a gas station. So you could say, my car has run out of petrol. But in the US, you might say, my car is out of gas. Out of gas. Here in the UK, gas is what you use to cook with. On your stove, you have a gas stove. But in the US, you also put gas in your car. This is short for gasoline. Gasoline. So you can say either gas or gasoline. Another baby one now. What does your baby wear before they're toilet trained? In the UK, they might wear a nappy. But in the US, they'd wear a diaper. Diaper. Okay, so you could say, can you change the baby's nappy, please? But in the US, you'd say, can you change the baby's diaper, please? Let's talk about roads now. So your car might come to a crossroads. Crossroads in the UK. But in the US, this would probably be called an intersection. Intersection. Turn right at the crossroads. But in the US, you might say, turn right at the intersection. If you're in a house or a public building, in the UK, you might talk about the ground floor. This is the floor that you reach when you walk into the building. That's on the same level as the ground. But in the US, you talk about the first floor. So for example, you could say, I live on the ground floor. But if you're in America, you live on the first floor. It's actually quite difficult to switch from the UK and the US accent in the same video, so bear with me here. What do you use when you want to clean your carpet in your house? You want to get rid of all the dust. In the UK, you might use a Hoover. This is actually a brand name of a company that makes this device, a Hoover. But in the US, you'd probably talk about a vacuum cleaner. So you could say this in the UK, but it's not so common. So this is an example. I'm going to clean the carpet with the Hoover. Hoover something up. But in the US, you'd clean it with a vacuum cleaner. Or you might vacuum something. Okay, so this can be used as either a noun or a verb as well. Another really common one now. If you're going away somewhere nice and you want to ask your boss for some time off, in the UK, you might ask for holiday. But in the US, you'd probably ask for vacation. This applies to a lot of different situations. So you could say, I'm going on holiday if you were in the UK. If you were in the US, you might say, I'm going on vacation. So you could ask for vacation, you could go on a vacation, or you could just have a vacation. In the UK, it would be the same. You just use a different word, that's all. Okay, last one now, and this is something that you eat. In the UK, we call this jam. But in the US, it would be jelly. For example, you could talk about a jam donut in the UK, as you can see. But in the US, it would be a jelly donut. Also, remember that there are two spellings of this word in the US, and both of them are acceptable. But in the UK, you should spell it in the first way. So I should probably mention that we do have this word jelly in the UK as well. It just means something completely different. So as you can see, this is what I mean by jelly in the UK. But in the US, this would be what you have in a donut. So it can be quite confusing. Sometimes a word in the UK will have the complete opposite meaning to how it's used in the US. And sometimes it's just a different word, a different piece of vocabulary completely that doesn't exist in the other place. So I hope this helped to clear up some of the most common mistakes that you might make if you're speaking British English or American English. And I hope this video was helpful to you. If you liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well and hit that bell icon so you get all the notifications when I post a new video. And if you have any other suggestions for what you'd like me to talk about, please do leave me a comment. I'll be sure to get back to you. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching and see you very soon, everybody.